Today, from the morning letter written barefoot, we have an absolutely incredible story. It's a story that sounds like it's straight out of a movie. A real-life miracle about a man who was given a terminal lung cancer diagnosis, had exhausted all his options, and then found hope in the most unexpected way. Let's dive right in.
So, this story was shared by Chairman Park Dong-chong because he knew it had to be heard. He called it a song of hope from despair, and he wanted it to be a beacon for patients all over the globe. The man at the center of it all is Mr. Lee Jong-jin, a photographer whose journey is frankly just astonishing.
All right, so let's set the scene. Mr. Lee's fight started way back in 2001. He was only 40 years old when he got the lung cancer diagnosis. He went through everything, major surgery, 56 rounds of radiation, and after all that, he was finally declared cured. He thought that chapter of his life was closed for good.
But then, fast forward 20 years to July 2022, and just the worst possible news. The cancer was back, but this time it was in his other lung. Now, because his first lung was already badly damaged from the surgery years ago, this new diagnosis was just completely devastating.
His doctors basically told him it was the end of the road. Their words were, "There is nothing more we can do. No more surgery, no chemo options." His life became completely dependent on an oxygen tank, and he was rushed to the ER more than 11 times. I mean, can you even imagine that level of hopelessness?
Right when everything seemed totally lost, a friend made a suggestion that sounded almost ridiculously simple. He just said, "Brother, why don't you try walking on the sandy beach?" With literally nothing left to lose, Mr. Lee decided, what the heck. He unhooked himself from his oxygen machine and went down to the sea. And this right here is where the story turns into something truly unbelievable. After just 2 months of walking barefoot on the sand every day, something miraculous happened. His breathing, which had been a constant struggle, went back to normal. He felt so good that he packed up all his oxygen equipment and sent it back. What a turnaround!
So, what in the world is going on here? Well, the idea behind it is called earthing, and honestly, it's pretty straightforward. Think of your body like a rechargeable battery. The theory is that by making direct contact with the ground, feet on sand, dirt, grass, our bodies can absorb the Earth's natural energy, which helps kickstart our own built-in healing systems.
Now, this wasn't just a case of, I feel better. Oh no. Mr. Lee's incredible recovery was backed up by cold, hard medical data. The miracle wasn't just a feeling, it was right there in the numbers.
Okay, get ready for this. Before he started barefoot walking, his main tumor was 5 centimeters across. After, it had shrunk all the way down to 2.6 centimeters. And there was a newer growth that not only shrank, but it stopped growing completely. You can bet his doctors were absolutely floored.
And this just paints the full picture of the transformation. I mean, look at this. Before, his blood work was all out of whack, and his life was chained to an oxygen tank. And after, his blood work actually came back better than normal for a healthy person. And now, he walks around 12,000 steps a day. He says he doesn't even feel like a patient anymore. It's just amazing.
So how did he do it? Mr. Lee boils it down to 3 key things. Number 1, consistency. He didn't miss a day, walking for 2.5 hours. Number 2, proper posture. And number 3, and he says this is so important, was emptying his mind. He truly believes stress was a huge enemy, and he used those walks to just let it all go, to release it into the earth. And what's really powerful is that Mr. Lee's story, as incredible as it is, isn't a one-off. There are countless other people with similar diagnoses who are sharing their own stories of profound healing thanks to barefoot walking. Hearing a story like that, I bet some of you are thinking, wow, I want to try this. So let's talk about that. Let's go over how you could start your own barefoot walking journey, but in a way that's both safe and effective.
All right, first things first, safety. You've got to be smart about it. Start somewhere safe and clean, like a sandy beach or a nice dirt trail. Don't go all out on day 1. Start slow with short walks and build up from there. After every walk, check your feet for any little cuts or scrapes. And this one is really important. Please make sure your tetanus shot is up to date. It's a simple precaution you don't want to skip.
So, what are the real keys to success here? Well, as Mr. Lee said, consistency is everything. You've got to try and do it daily for the best results. And of course, always give your feet a good wash when you're done. Here's a crucial tip. Especially when it's dry out, use a good moisturizing cream to keep your heels from cracking. But most of all, just listen to your body. If you need to rest, rest. I want to end with these incredibly powerful words from Mr. Lee himself.
He said, "The earth never betrays us. Instead of thinking about dying, believe in the energy the earth gives you through the soles of your feet and take one step at a time." What a beautiful way to think about it. If this story resonated with you and you want to learn more, you should know there's a huge, supportive community out there. We really recommend checking out the National Barefoot Walking Movement headquarters on Naver Cafe. It's an amazing resource for information and a place to connect with others on the same journey.
We really hope this explainer brought you a bit of inspiration today. If it did, we'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe, give it a like, and turn on notifications. It really helps us share more of these incredible stories of hope and healing. Thank you so much for watching. And hey, maybe it's time to take that first step yourself.